Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Space Engineers. Hi, Chip. You look a little rough. You okay? You feeling all right, buddy? You got no arms. You okay? Okay. So, today, we are not going to be working with Chip because he's broken. I started to, on a whim, I was going to redesign him, but then I kind of ran out of time, and yeah, so he's there. All by himself. Forever. Today, I want to work a little bit down below with Molar, I think. And then we'll take a look behind me. So production. We're still waiting on terrestrial components. It still looks like the bottleneck is platinum. So why don't we go to master. Oh, it looks like we're also out of nickel. Good to know. Okay. And yeah. Alright. That's okay, we can go back into that hole and see what's there, maybe set up Molar to get some of that stuff for us. So, I think the consensus is we'll try to we'll use gravity inside the asteroid to help move things around. So we're going to want... Why can I never find anything that I want? I think because some of them are red, and I think they need color is what they need. If they had individual coloring, then it would be easier to recognize something. But anyway, we want to make another spherical grav gen. I'm going to get rid of those, and then we'll make, I think, another one of those as well, and get rid of that. And then we'll go to our good buddy, well, you're not our good buddy, but we'll go to you, and we'll queue up 12 of those. So I don't know if we have enough to make them. We probably don't. Actually... What is it, just gold and cobalt? We might actually have enough to do that. Looks like we do. Like I'm always, like it says available, but that's just what's inside the assembler, I believe. Look at that. We did it. We did it! And the rest I'm hoping we can either make or we have enough already made. Like motors, I guess, are going to be a problem, so I'll just cancel that. I did queue up recently, like just a bunch of material, just random stuff. So like 100 motors, 100 computers, stuff like that. So I think all that stuff is still done. Alright. So we got those being made. I worked over here a bit and started laying stuff out. I went for the double-decker look, and I think that's what I'm going to go with. We have a bit of gravity here, so we could walk. We have our curved gravity too, so that gets a little wonky. We have stairs here, and I'm kind of trying to... Okay, let's just fly. It's kind of annoying. We'll have to work that out eventually. Making use of these catwalks. I don't know. Might try to make this the main way of moving around in the station is via catwalks. But then there'll also be... I mean, most of the time you can just fly around. And there'll be some other larger areas that won't be catwalks and stuff like that. I was thinking of putting our conveyor system down here underneath the catwalks. And I'm not sure, I assume we're going to finish the catwalk, so they're 100% complete, which means we won't be able to see it when we're standing on it, but we'll still get a reference of it, I think, when we're off to the side, and it might still look pretty neat. So I was thinking of coming down here to this conveyor block just to do a split, because we would be splitting that way as well, so it'd be a T-intersection. And then from here, this might not be permanent, but it's just to get these guys up and running. So from here, I was just going to pipe into the side of the refineries, so they'd be piped up. And then I could also just pipe into the bottom of these storage containers so that we could start using them too. And then we could just kind of start by finishing this one off and then expanding as we need to. And then eventually, I think it'd be a good idea to try to get one of these sections up and running. And then once that's said and done, then we can look at expanding or replicating it towards the other parts of the base. So these guys up here aren't connected, but we could probably do something similar, or we could hide it underneath. There's a hatch right there. And yeah, I did build this guy because we were running out of storage, and I didn't think I could get that up and running quick enough. And with Molar kicking up ores, it doesn't take long to fill up all of our stuff. So look at, we got some cobalt in there, lots of iron, but it looks like we do need nickel. And there's some uranium. So I think in the end, I would like these 8 refineries here to be used for just uranium. And I'm not sure if we'll keep the arc furnaces here. We might just remove them altogether. And same with the assemblers. We might actually relocate those somewhere else. So what we should do is have one designated arc furnace area. So maybe kind of like we were talking about, we could have these guys going all the way around. So either have 8 different locations all the way around, and then we could have a separate area above this one, maybe somewhere for arc furnaces. But we wouldn't want to have arc furnaces, I think, like in 4 different places. But we could have one area designated for arc furnaces here somewhere, and then maybe over here we could move our assembling stuff. So we could set up all of our assemblers. And I was thinking of a way we could do it using kind of one-way travel and collectors and all that kind of stuff, where maybe we could have a bit more organized part separation and stuff like that, and keep our parts separated from our ores. But it's really tough to know, because I know that the game is going to be worked on, and there's probably going to be a time when we could sort this, or we could use a mod to sort it right now if we wanted to. So creating separate systems like that might not actually be necessary or required. So we'll see. How are we doing? Let's grab Tortwing. And we'll grab mobile base, which hopefully won't be mobile for much longer. Damn. Okay. How's our master doing? It's just making steel plates. How about we bump everything else front of the line? And there might be some of these guys that got stuck on motors. Yeah, I'm going to clear them out. So what I don't know, and what I would like to try, if we do want to try to separate things. So what I was thinking, if we had, let's just do a little sketch here with you guys. If we had a connector, and one of those, and then an assembler, which is up here somewhere, right? Okay, so let's go over here for a second. Let's say we had a bunch of assemblers, and for the sake of it, let's just put them all like that. Doesn't really matter. And then out the bottom of them, we have connectors. Either, probably just one, and we could hook up the rest to conveyor systems or something like that. So we'd have that, and then we'd have one connector here at the end of it, which would lead back to our system, and have it set to collect all, and then have him spit out directly into one of these guys, which we can't do like that. So we could do something like that. So I'm wondering if with this thing set to collect all, it should pull the parts out of the assembler, and I don't think it would pull the ores out. I think it would just pull stuff out of that inventory, but I'm not positive on that. So we could do something like that, and that way all those like assemblers in cooperative mode that are creating all those parts that are just sitting in the assemblers until there's too much in them and they get pushed out. We could just pull all that stuff and have it go, hopefully, to one central location. So at the other end of this collector, we could have our storage area for Tortwing, for instance. So that's where you go to collect parts, and only stuff past this point would have parts in it. So there would be no ores or anything like that. What I was finding is with Tortwing there, and when he's connected to the station and Molar's mining, he gets full of ore because there's nowhere else for it to go. Or it might even be because he's closest. So that's that. So he might even still have some ore in him. I'm not too sure. But let's go down and collect everything we got. And let's head into the cavern. Darn. Too close. Whoopsie. That's okay. We'll just go ahead and turn on your projector, and we'll get you all patched up there. Tortwing? Tortwing duck. Yeah. Okay, so let's head down there. We're all loaded up in Tortwing. I brought Molar back. I actually got him to dig a tunnel straight back from the area we were mining. So this should be a more direct route, at least to here. Now, I don't know if this is going to be useful for us, but we'll see. So, one thing, I kind of want to avoid building anything on the asteroid itself, as we plan on having all these little ships mine the asteroid for us. And if we have anything built on the asteroid, we then have to teach this thing how to avoid hitting them. So if we have a station built into the asteroid, we have to teach Molar or someone to avoid that station. Or, I mean, right now he's set up to just shut down if he gets too close to one. I have no idea how to get down into this cave. Maybe up here? Over here. Let's take a peek. I would like to... I don't know if spotlights are still terrible. That's a nice little crater. But that is not the cave. And this guy doesn't have that much lateral speed. Most of his thrust is forward. Okay. Is it on the dark side? It very well may be on the dark side. So let me go ahead and find our way in there without crashing into the asteroid. And then we shall begin and look at our options. Oh, I found it. That was easy. Didn't take me long at all. I'm not incompetent. Okay. Someone had mentioned, like placing blocks down, and you could actually color them too if we finished them. And you could use those as identifiers on where to go back to find ores or what have you. I thought that was a good idea. For now, I'm just going to put a block. This looks like a toit fit. Hello. We could dig a hole. We could make the hole back, I guess, big enough that this guy can fly. Alright, so this is not the cavern we were mining, however. Let's head back. I think it's over here. And then we'll go get the molar. This guy will be good. No, that's not over here. This guy will be good because I'll be able to recharge. One thing about being with molar is I can't recharge, so I've often found myself kind of about to die. Where's this place? It's got to be in here, right? This is a dead end. It looks like everything's a dead end. This one's got some tumors. Nice looking tumors. Okay. Still lost, apparently. Is this not the same cave? I assumed it was. Let's head down here. We won't get lost. Never. Oh, through here? Oh, this guy needs is like a gun, so we can blast our way in. Oh, it's through here. It is, too. No! We could mod our way through, I suppose. Or we could go get Molar to let him through. Let's just take a peek around in our suit. There may not be a way to get over there, to be honest. Alright, let's head into the area, and then we can look out this way. Goodbye, friend! See you later! Okay, I don't even know if I have my drill on me. I don't. Did I put it in him? I actually wanted to store it in him. I figured that would be a better place for it. Do you got more drill? Oh, you do. Awesome. We're both, like, so full. Oh, that broke again. New update. More bug fixing and stuff. What did they do? They changed something. Welders on the same grade can weld. That's pretty exciting. Okay, give me my... Alright. Ooh, what's that? Something's empty. His welder. Here you go. Take. No, wait, I mean, take my stuff. You don't have to take your own stuff. You already have your own stuff. There we go. Okay. Perfect. We'll get him in. Alright. I could just mine this out normally too. I think the grav gen's still going. So the grav gen was working. There was a point where we were losing some ores. So that's what we're hopefully going to address here. So I think I like the idea of the cavern, we'll create a spherical gravity generator that will kind of collect everything. It'll bring it towards the middle, because right now stuff gets stuck on like ridges, and over here Molar was going, and stuff was getting stuck in the trench somewhere, where's gravity going? Yeah, like right here, stuff was just getting stuck all in here, so I freed it up. But if we had a gravity gen instead just pulling towards the middle, and look at this. This is Molar's little racetrack. So he's going around. He's working. He did end up going a little bit deeper in, like I figured he should. Oh, I think our station is out of juice because things are pulsing and I can't connect to it. So yeah, we'll have to go up back to the station here in a moment. Check that out. But yeah, if we collected everything, kind of pulled it in here first, and then allowed it to go, or sent it off towards our base, that would be easier. Okay, there's Chip. So Chip's at our base. So is Molar. Is this the new one I drilled? This might be. Or is this the first one? That looks like... I think that's the new one. Or was that our... I can't even remember which one our first one was. Maybe that was our first. I thought our first was further over here. This one. Is this our first? I think this was the first. Yeah, we got into the gold and then we broke out. Neither one's really all that direct. Okay, well, let me get that going. Let me get back up to... Oops, wrong turn. Let me get back to the station. Let me figure out what's going on with our power situation. And then maybe we can lay some stuff out. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, we were indeed out of uranium. We don't actually have that much. I must have taken some off from the refineries. So we're kind of in trouble here. Let's take a peek here. I mean, we have plenty of uranium to be refined, but none is actually being refined. It's like a lot of them are still doing cobalt. Okay, he's still doing. We should probably get... Okay, D. Why don't we make the other D do uranium as well? Where are you? D? Do uranium. Thank you. Let's grab some more uranium. It's all in the refineries. No, we have some in cargo. Lots more in cargo. Okay. Hopefully it makes it as fast as we need it. I don't know. We'll have to figure out exactly. I mean, it's going to change. The more stuff we have, the more power requirements we'll have. Why are you upside down? Silly. Okay. So what we should do is try to find the center of the cavern, or roughly wherever we want the ores to be. The nice thing about putting something in the middle here is it won't be in the way for like ships and stuff, so we won't have to really worry about Molar coming in contact with it, because it will be just floating. So we'll try to find roughly the center. It doesn't really need to be the center. Then we also have to take into account how the stuff's going to get sent back. So unfortunately, if we just work with stations, I'm not sure how well this will work, because our guy's back that way. I think, we could make him a ship. We could do that. And then we could rotate him inside here. But he might get knocked around by the ores that he's pulling. So if he's pulling a whole bunch of ores towards him, and then we have him being pushed off in another direction, he's likely to push himself around, I would think. We could use a rotor, and that might be, or in this case, we probably need 2. So what we'd want to do is create basically a direct path from our station to this guy. And then suck everything out, basically. Or we'll suck things towards here and either push them out that way, or we'll have that gravity field slightly stronger, or have a linear one coming from there that's stronger than this one that will pull those ores off of it and send it back to here. Now we could also assume that we're going to get this guy up and running and moving soon. And if he's moving, he doesn't need to stay here. We could fly him somewhere else. So we could try to position him in such a manner that he is directly over top. So like if we look where Tortwing is right now, and keeping in mind our station, we could just core a new hole directly over top. Like so. So we could position right here, or wherever we see fit, and do something like that. Let's just see. Can we use the grid placement? I'm wondering if I could really narrow in. I could put another ship on the other side of the planet. That's probably okay. Roughly there, anyway. I mean, we'll be able to move him. So more importantly, what we do is start from the inside, find the center of the cavern, build our little gravity thing, and then we'll use Molar, and we'll core a hole straight up to this location, and then we'll position this guy right above our little hole, and then suck things out. That might be the way to go. Let me know what you guys think. In the meantime, I think regardless, we're going to want to do this gravity thing on the inside. So we'll get that going. I also want to get some lights in there. So let's set up something in the middle of this cavern that we can work with. Maybe we could eventually put an antenna on it even. I don't know. We'll see. And then it'll be easier to pinpoint where it is, so I don't have to use like Tortwing as a reference. I don't know. Let's just grab some steel plates, or armor blocks, I mean. And we'll try to figure out where the center of this thing is. And we'll probably rebuild it with the pivot point in the actual place where our building is. Not that it really matters, but maybe we'll want that for blueprint usage later. Okay, well, what I could do is give myself a seizure with all that. Woo! Hopefully you guys are okay. We could do that, something like this, just to measure and figure out exactly how wide the cavern roughly is. And we're not really in the center, but even just having that there, it kind of gives me a better idea. It looks like this isn't actually that bad of a place, the exact spot we are starting, so why don't we just leave it at that. If we want to move this thing at a later date, we can convert it to a ship and move it around, reposition it, etc. We'll have to wait till we can get in the age of large ship thrusters, though, because, man, those things are expensive. Okay, spherical gravity generator. Our station's over there. I think this was the direction I was looking at. I don't know for sure. That might matter. Probably matters. At least for the once we want to get these ores out of here, it will matter. So we're gonna have to build a reactor down here. That's one catch. So why don't we do that? And then we'll put gravity generator, I guess, right on it. We don't need to make this too fancy. And we might not even have to enclose it at all. We get rid of that. I also want spotlights so that we can see. We'll have to have access to the reactor, so we'll have to leave that open. Maybe I could do something. Come on. Cooperate, please. Something like that. And then have lights almost in all directions. Maybe. Alright, interest of time. Let me mock something up. Okay, let's try something like that. Not entirely sure. This will give us access to the reactor, hopefully. We're going to have ores probably collecting on the surface, but we'll see how much of a problem that is. And once we start pulling them away. I designated this being the top, but it doesn't really look like it should be. I think it was supposed to be that way. But this is just an idea of what we could do with the linear gravity generator too if we wanted to send stuff up this way. And maybe that is an okay way. I don't know. I get disorientated in here. I'm trying to remember where we went off in relative to Chip. If Chip's off to that side, it might actually be above us. But anyway, let's go ahead and get going. Let's start with the reactor. Nothing should turn on because we won't have any power, so we don't have to worry about finishing the reactor or finishing the gravity gens and they're not all firing on like last time. And then I'll have to go get some uranium, which we're actually kind of low on. We might actually have a decent amount in this guy. I don't remember. Oh yeah, look at him. He's got 8 units, 7 units, 6 units. Is he still leaching it all? I bet you that's what's happening. Maybe that's where all my stuff is. Yeah, he might be leaching all of our uranium out while he's parked. So we should stop that from happening. In fact, can I... How much space do you have? Can I just leach all your uranium out? I should be able to take out some of these. That one's on the outside. It doesn't actually have a hookup. But I'll do this, and then I can... Oh, wow, look at that. 50... Yeah, you don't need this much uranium. And then I'll divvy it up into, like, 1 units or something like that. And then we'll put them back in. And the rest of this can go to our station. Our space egg is done. Ow. Stop hurting me. Myself. You only hurt me when you hurt me. There we go. Well, that adds a bit of light and some frame rate lag, which is awesome. I wasn't sure if spotlights were still terrible performance-wise. Looks like they still got some issues, so we probably won't be able to use these all that well. We want radius high. We don't really need a lot of intensity. So we don't want spotlights. We want floodlights. Perfect. It's not too bad as long as I don't look at them. Okay. I did position Molar in the location that we were talking about. So indeed, this is not the right orientation. It would be this away, if we wanted to do that. But we could also check out what it looks like above and maybe just reposition our station over there. Might be the dock side of the planet, or not planet, but asteroid, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and turn this guy on. He doesn't have any remote control abilities, so we'd have to put an antenna on him, which we might be able to do. So spherical gravity, we want him pulling towards, which I guess is positive. We don't need it that strong. And right now we don't have the other one to worry about, so we'll try to calibrate him with that in mind. Radius, we don't know. We'll probably do it the old-fashioned way. And just, because we won't be able to turn it on the HUD because we don't have that antenna. So we could probably do that a different way. This guy we're probably going to have fairly small. Again, we won't be able to see him. But our height will probably be quite tall. And the depth is basically like the width, I think, or the width and depth is the overall size of it, and then the height's going to be the length of our gravity. And here, I think with the orientation, we also want it positive. And again, we'd want this one to be stronger than him to some magnitude, and then we'd also might have to scale that with stuff outside. So now we have some gravity, and we can see it's taking it, and it's trying to throw it up there, I guess, or is it throwing it down? Let's see here. What side has the gravity? Is it this side? It's pulling, it's pulling. I don't think I turned the other one on. I think we're just seeing the one gravity field. There we go. And then with that one, it'd be a little neater if we could see it. Okay. So pulling, 0.2. And then, is it going to send it out that way? Kind of is. Stuff's kind of getting stuck. 0.2, 0.2. 0.1. Oh, okay, so they're just not in the field. It's because I made the field a bit too small. So it's not until you get right in the center of this thing. So I should make it a bit bigger so that it is at least fatter than this thing. So that if you're on the edge of it, like, can we see it if we get in the corner? No. Okay, so we got to expand that a little bit. But I think we've run out of time, guys, so we're going to have to leave it here. And we'll get a little ore stuck in there, too. Hopefully we can deal with that. So it's this guy. Let's bring it up to 12 for now, until we can calibrate it properly. So now, as soon as something gets close to this thing, it should migrate up to here. And then it should go up. Up, 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 and away. Some of it's actually coming through here. Where are we? Wow, look at this place. The same cave system? I get so lost. So, is this the same way we came in? I think so. We came through there. Is this? No. Yeah, it's close to where we came in, though. Even little holes. And here you go. You can see it coming up. So we could make this hole a little bit bigger if we wanted to. And, yeah, project all of our ores up there for now. Not useful until we can move the ship, though. So I'm going to go ahead and shut these off for now. And I'll try to get Molar in here maybe next episode, and we can at least see this thing working with that. At least we have light that we can use. It'd be good for when, at least recording, so you guys can see, even though it does hurt my frame rate. But what I'll probably just do is keep this thing off. We could add sensors and things so that it only turns on maybe when there's ores present, or something to that nature. But anyway, guys, so that'll be it for today. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.